Happy YouTube Sunday with Whole Incomplete You. It is spring. It is officially spring. Yay. That says that winter is finished. All those months of hibernating and sleeping and recouping and just kind of laying idle a little bit, they're done. The awakening has happened. It is time for you to have that chance, to have the rebirth, to reinvent yourself, end your life into anything that you desire. That's what the seasons and the beauty of nature teach us, is that everything has its time and its season. And the time of the season for spring is about rebirthing and starting anew. You know, you start to see all the little birds and nature have all their new life come. Now it's time for your new life. What is it that you want in your new life? The universe is here to support you, and if we join with Mother Earth today and every day in this spring, all the nows that come here, you have a chance to reinvent yourself and to figure out how you want your life to be. So what I'm offering you today is a simple phrase that can dramatically change your direction. It's okay to be happy. It seems like such a simple enough task, but have you actually given yourself permission to allow this to flow through you? If you have not put this into your belief system and picked apart all of the surrounding beliefs that you have and the preconceived notions that you might have about this, you could be blocking your happiness. You may be asking for things from the universe, and they're probably somewhere in there floating for you, because everything that you ask is going to be coming into your life, but you may actually be setting up some kind of resistance or blocking it from coming into your life. So now it's about figuring out how to change all your beliefs so that you may have those things come into your life. We often have things that happen in our life that have brought us to the conclusion that it's not okay, or it's safer to not expect it. Expectations or hope of happiness may have led to disappointment for you in the past, which led you to not go after or to ever expect, or maybe even something even more drastic, to lower your expectations. Yuck. Low self-esteem and poor self-image can leave you expecting for happiness to find you instead of allowing it to happen naturally, and then bringing yourself into the reality that this happens in a way that it's an inside job. Happiness is all from you. It's giving yourself that permission to experience happiness and be free. It's time to be happy and free and feel that joy. Happiness is not found in a relationship. It's not found in a car. It's not found in a job. It's not found in that bag of chips that temporarily helps you to feel better about something. It's not found in the bottom of the tub of ice cream that was alleviating your emotions temporary in that moment. It's not found in that house. It's not found in anything but inside yourself. It is found deep within your soul. Today, my challenge for you is to take a look at your beliefs about happiness and look at them in depth, and what can you do to change them? Because if you're not currently feeling that happiness in your life, then you know that you're blocking it somehow. And oftentimes it's something as simple as our beliefs, things that we've picked up over our life. Usually it's started from the time that we're very young, something in our childhood that's settled it in there, or maybe in our teens or that sensitive period of there, something has put that belief into your life. And once you recognize that, and once you can pinpoint that, the best part to being able to pinpoint is even being able to go back to find out, when did I start believing this? When is it? What was the actual incident that brought me to believe this? Not saying you cannot heal yourself or change your belief without being able to pinpoint, because sometimes that can be a little bit difficult for people. And remember, you're going back to your earliest memory. There's plenty that obviously continued throughout your life to instill and to reinforce that belief in you, but you're trying to look back as far as you can go. So Find that. Find what the belief is, perhaps where it came from, and change it. This is your opportunity to change it around, to say, I no longer choose to have that as my belief. And start with the statement that's going to help align your life and your beliefs into receiving mode, into being able to receive happiness and being able to give yourself permission to have that happiness in your life. Start with saying, it's okay to be happy. Once you've come to that conclusion and you've changed what your actual beliefs is going to be now, so giving yourself that permission to be happy and making a statement that is in alignment with that, that actually shows that that's something that you want to ring true into your life, you're ready. Once that direction has changed, you're ready to now explore more happiness and joy on a more intimate level. So you're going to begin with gratitude of everything that is around you. Gratitude is your key to success. Gratitude is everything in your life. You can speak of some materialistic things if you like, but don't forget to look at the simplistic things in life. Life isn't about that car, the job, or all those things, having the best clothes, having, the car, having everything that money can buy. It isn't always necessarily about the things that money can buy. Look at the simple things in your life. I am so grateful that I have ears to listen to the birds chirp each morning. Why not? I am so grateful that my body just knows what to do. It pumps my heart. That allows me to live each day. I am so grateful that the sun is shining today, and it really is here today. I am so grateful that I have amazing family and friends. There are so many things that you can be grateful for. I am grateful to be in this body that allows me to experience life. I'm in a body that makes me feel healthy. What else are we grateful for? We're grateful because we wake up each morning. That's something to be grateful for. You were not granted that when you went to bed you were going to be waking up this morning. That is a gift in itself. Be grateful for everything. Each and every moment of your life is a gift. Everything in your life is a gift, and everything that is in your life you have somehow manifested to be in your life. Be thankful for each and every moment that you are given. Find them and feel your vibration rise. Everything that you start to point out. So, I wake up in the morning, and that's the first thing, is you have 17 seconds each morning to change the direction. So if you wake up and you're really crusty, or you're really tired, or you're not feeling quite on par, your vibration is quite low, you have 17 seconds to change that all around. So start by opening your eyes and thanking the universe, the Lord, God, Allah, whatever it is that you believe in. Thank them for the opportunity and the blessing of being awake today. And don't stop there. Continue your whole day long. You don't have to stop. I know I've suggested in the past for you to write 10 things down each morning that you're grateful for. Don't let that be it. Continue that into your day. Continue it into when you go out, you go to work, maybe you're walking your kids to school, you go to the grocery store. Gratefulness all day long. Do it before you go to bed. You're going to get yourself into that mode of being thankful for things and gratitude, and you're going to go into your slumber, into your sleep that way, and it's going to continue into your sleep. And with any luck, you're going to wake up already feeling that way, and you're not going to have to use those 17 seconds to quickly change a direction, because you'll already be in that way. So next, after we've now practiced our gratitude, and we are continuing to do that every day, we are embracing what that feeling of happiness actually feels like from an emotional experience. It's great to say, I'm thankful for this, I'm grateful for this is amazing that I have this, but what does it actually feel like? Do you mean it when you say it? Words are just words, but what we know of the law of attraction and quantum physics, the metaphysical world, is that everything is energy, and our words and thoughts turn into things, but it's a little more than that. It's about where you are from an emotional point of view. So if you're saying, I am happy, that doesn't really seem like you're happy, and somewhere vibrationally, you're definitely not. I am angry, but you're raging inside. That's definitely not on par. So your words have to connect to what your emotional state of being is. So often that whole saying of, I will be happy when this and this and this come, but changing it around to say, I am happy now before those things have come. And when you are happy, those things are actually going to be able to come into your life. So let's go to the simple exercise of this. So ask yourself, what does happiness feel like? What does it actually feel like? You might come up with things like, it feels warm, it feels free, it feels delicious, it feels satisfying, it feels secure, it feels fresh, peaceful, fulfilling, uplifting, bright. There's so many words that you can choose to describe what happiness feels like for you. Happiness is kind of a general feeling, but what it's going to feel like for one person to another is going to range obviously a little bit, and that's perfectly wonderful. Now, once you've taken those descriptions, you're going to say them aloud. You're going to think them in your head. When you're saying them, don't just say them. Feel it. What does it actually feel like to feel that happiness? Take those emotional descriptions and really just feel it. Play around with it, and try to embrace each part of those feelings into your body. You don't need an object or a goal like a car or a job. I really highly suggest against that, because it is what you feel like before those things come into your life that allow those things to be present in your reality. This one's just about focusing on what happiness actually feels like, on that emotional and physical feeling. Feel it with every ounce of you. Feel the goosebumps. Sometimes I practice something like this and I feel it so deeply that I'm feeling a physical symptom. Happiness is physical. Emotions are physical. What can you do to embrace that, to embody all those feelings of what happiness can feel like? So my next step is to do the daily challenge myself. So I thought I'd share with you something that actually, so when we talk about the first step being where we find out what our beliefs are and we backtrack it. So I've already had a chance to explore my belief system as far as happiness goes, and I had the fear of being happy because I didn't want to be let down. I have a very specific memory, and many thereafter, but a very specific memory that has stuck in my mind all the way back to grade 5, which is quite a bit of time ago, and it was a phone call. So I remember having a friend who happened to be a male. They were always my best friends, and we had talked on the Friday before leaving for the weekend from school about getting together for a play date. It was proposed to be at his house with his family there, and we were to confirm Saturday. So I remember calling Saturday morning. I closed the door in my father's, it was the den office kind of area. So I closed the door so I felt like I had some privacy. I picked up the phone back when phones were still attached by the cord, and I dialed my number, crazy stuff, right? And I was attached to this phone. And I called him, and I was so excited. I was looking so forward to, getting together with him and having a great time and having a great weekend, just doing things that I enjoyed. So I called and I said, okay, so what time are you thinking? I'm pretty sure it was like the Saturday we were supposed to get together. It was a long time ago, so I don't remember super specifics. And he said, you know what? My mom said no, and I can't get together this weekend. And I remember that whoosh, that letdown feeling, and it felt disgusting and gross. And then, I got off the phone and I just kind of sat there, and I was almost a little bit embarrassed, because then I had to go out to my family and I had to say that I wasn't going to get together with him. And I remember feeling a little bit emotional. I remember feeling like I wanted to cry, but that crying didn't show my strength. That's what I believed. And I didn't know how I was going to go out there. So literally in that very moment, it's very monumental for me. I remember closing off my emotions and saying, I don't care. I'm never, ever, ever going to get excited about anything again. And I put on my brave face, and that was a really specific day that I remember saying I was never going to let my family or anybody else see the weakness, the vulnerability of me, and I was never going to get excited about anything again. And I walked out, and that's exactly what I did. And thereafter, I remember that sticking with me for a very, very long time, up until, I discovered the law of attraction and quantum physics and all that kind of world, and learning emotions were okay, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, that's what I did to change my belief as far as happiness went. And I do begin each morning and each night practicing gratitude at a minimum. And as I mentioned, you practice it throughout the day, all day long. Anytime something bad happens, I have this, I don't find it annoying, and I don't know whether anybody else does, but I'm okay with it. I practice changing it into a positive. I've got that 17 seconds in my mind ready to change the momentum of the thought into something more positive so that it manifests in a positive way. And I also practice feeling pleasant emotions each day. So I practice what we were talking about, what it feels like to be safe and warm and happy and fulfilled and satisfied, and all of those feelings that are often described in happiness. So when you begin to start making this shift and you start practicing those things, and this week you start to think about all those things and really put hands-on work to it, I promise you that your life is going to change dramatically. It's going to have a dramatic shift. And if you can embrace them every day, practicing these things, and even once you get your happiness, you need to continue. Momentum and energy is always changing and shifting. So we always have to remember that just because we found our happiness, or we found, even the physical things, we found that car that we really wanted, we found that partner that we really wanted, it still takes you practicing all those things every day to have it remain in your life. Things are changing, and they're supposed to be. So if you want to have those things stay in your life, make sure that you're always practicing those things every day. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe it, as my son tells us to do, or you guys to do, right? Be sure to hit the bell notification so you don't miss any videos. It's that little bell at the very bottom. Please email me if you'd like to discuss any more about this happiness, you'd like a little bit of extra guidance, or push help with this kind of subject, or any other things. I would love to hear some topics that you guys would like to hear on the YouTube Sundays, because the more guidance I get from you, the more benefit you guys get from this, and the more value that you have, right? So the email is wholeandcompleteyou@gmail.com. You can follow me on Facebook or Instagram for your daily inspiration, where I'm now posting twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. And obviously the YouTube Sundays, I link in there for you guys as well. And I will have at the bottom of this video description, you'll be able to see the links for the Instagram and the Facebook. This is Pamela with Whole and Complete You, sending you loving, peaceful, and kind energy to fuel you through your day. I'm sending you extra motivation this week to get up and go outside to reconnect and ground yourself with some nature and some ecotherapy. In Ontario today, it is supposed to be around that 8, 9, 10 degrees, so spring is in the air, and it's a great time to go outside and reconnect with nature. You are a beautiful and unique, wonderful soul, worthy and deserving of every fiber of feeling of happiness, of joy. Life is blissful. It is, if you allow it to be. Have a phenomenal and uplifting day. Much love to you. Go grab a bunch of asparagus. Did you know that a serving of asparagus has 202 milligrams of potassium and 2 grams of protein? It's loaded with fiber. It's high in vitamin A and iron. It's a great source of ease in your daily preparation of food. It's quickly. It's a quick meal where you can eat it raw, you can cook it, But it's so fast. You can chop it and put it in one of your salads. You can bake it, toss it on a little tray, put some olive oil, or whatever else you'd like on it. I have some recipes if you'd like to message me. I'd love to share them with you. But it is so simple to get that extra source of wellness into your body and to improve your digestion and lower your blood pressure. It can also prevent stones in your kidneys and bladder. Yay, we don't want that. I've heard some pretty nasty stories about that. And it's been well known actually for usage in beauty products, putting on our face and stuff like that, in the natural, like the homemade ones. Not so much, I haven't really seen it in the synthetic products that we buy in the stores, but there are quite a few neat recipes for that. So if you would like a recipe for your health care outside your body or recipes for eating, please message me for more. Enjoy your day. See you later.